Hello, 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 everyone. Sorry if my voice is a little bit choppy right now. It's fairly late. I somewhat just finished my studying. Yeah, and I just wanted to read. I'm gonna try to read at least 1 hour of something every day. If not VNs, it's gonna be a physical book. If not the physical book, it's gonna be a comic book. Something. I feel very dumb. Yeah, I'm tired. I'll try my best to. You may notice it in my voice, and I'll try my best. Maybe I'll make it better. Who knows? This is another new, or not new. I've recorded this before, but wait, I'm not sure how old this piano is actually, but it's by Shiroo, a standalone visual novel. So this is gonna be not okay. So I did probably a 2-part, or maybe 1 part. I don't know. But I recorded 1 hour already, so we'll get right to it. Or no, wait, before we get into it, last part, we'll talk about that. We were at the part where this is like a post-apocalyptic world with zombie-like creatures or something like that. And it's like, I thought it was more like Dying Light in a way, because they're, or clickers, or not clickers, what's that game? The Last of Us. I thought it was really like The Last of Us because of how the zombies seem to have like variants to them. But like a lot of zombie games and shows have variants, but like there's like a specific one, if I remember correctly, there was like one that screeched maybe? Oh no. But last part I almost did get like freakishly scared because I was like, oh my god, there's a zombie, and I was just reading. I did not know it was happening because I'm reading this without like any pre-read or anything. So yeah. And as I was doing that, I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? So we'll get back to it. Oh, if you recall, we're at the part where what's it called? I forgot his name. His thing is Mark. Mark is like either bi-curious or not feeling like he's straight in a way. So our 2 little dumb selves decided to have sex. I'm not sure if I can say that, but who gives a frick? If I can't, I'll re-record or just cut it out. But we're deciding to indulge in Mark's fantasies. Or yeah, I have no clue why, but we're going to indulge in those fantasies. I will see you all there. Okay, alright, so we're at the part we're gonna give or receive. Mark, I think, was his name? So yeah. I'll do you. I've got experience, and you won't have to do much. Do you think I'm lazy? Oh, there's plenty for you to do. But I think for your first time, this is the right move. Alright, let me get undressed. As you begin to getting in, as you begin to get in the nude, I glance over to Mace. Oh, Mace is his name. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. His silhouette is striking in the snow, blinding light from outside. It's been a long time since I've seen Mace shirtless, and I forgot how strong he was. He was always really good. He was always a good wide receiver, and he was always the He was always a good wide receiver, and he was always one of the best. He was always. Okay. He was always a good wide receiver, and he always was one of the most athletic guys on our team back in high school. I could always lift more than most of the other guys, but he still lifted heavy shit for his size. His back was toned and covered in soft, fluffy fur. I've always been partial to other species with thick fur. I love how it feels when you're pressed up against each other, even if it can get hot under the covers. Then again, cuddling with a reptile or aquatic species who really needs your warmth is pretty nice. He looks back at me once he's naked, catching me watching him. He grins, like he's teasing me. What, like the view? It's not a bad one. It was better before you talked, though. Jerk. He waltzes back over to the bed and sits down beside me. You know, I've never done anything with a bear before. I begin taking off my shirt, revealing my belly and soft fur which covered it. Then the pants came off, leaving me in the stretched out underwear I always wore. Go change, dude. I'm surprised. I've done shit with a canine, but never a husky like you. Guess we're both first timers then. We both toss our clothes into a pile at the foot of the bed, and he comes back over and sits beside me. We sit there in silence for about a minute, just taking in each other's company. I think he's too nervous to make the first move. I can feel the tension radiating off him. I suppose as the more experienced one at least, when it comes to being with guys, I take the first move. I place my hand on his back, and he jolts slightly with surprise. Damn, calm down. I'm just gonna give you a massage. He looks at me with suspicion, but then he lays on the stomach, giving me full access to his back. Is this something all gay guys like? I mean, people enjoy it, I guess. I just like doing it, especially when my partner is as tense as you are. Tense? I ain't tense. Sure. I begin to massage his trapezius muscles. I don't know that word, I'm sorry. Trapezius? Pushing my thumbs into his fur. I've never seen that word before, I'm sorry. He lets out a quiet rumble. Let me know if it hurts in a bad way, or if you want me to stop. No, it feels good. I mean, I haven't been able to really get loose in a while. I can tell. I slowly work all the way down his back, giving his muscles each their own little show. His quiet huffs and grumbles clue me into the fact he's enjoying it. Every now and then, I glance down and notice his fluffy tail, flicking side to side. Do you want me to give you a massage? He glances behind his shoulder at me, but I shake my hand. Or head. Nah, I'm good. I want you to have a good time. I smile, and he turns around fully. He's hard. Damn, that didn't take long. No, I want to get you. Oh, alrighty then. That's fine. Lay down. I'm gonna do this all professional-like. Damn, you're fancy. I roll over in the bed, lying prone on my stomach. Once I'm there, it's not often I beat Mace at his own game, but it feels damn good when I do. He climbs off me and I turn around. Looking over at him, he lays beside me. We stay there for a few seconds before I sigh, clapping my hands together. Well, let's get started. I crawl up beside him, and we snuggle close, still basking in the afterglow together. His hand traces up my belly and towards my pecs, and he pokes at my nipples before shuffling closer. I wrap my arms around him, and he closes his eyes. I let out a tired sigh as I look at Mace. Not bad for your first time. Thanks. You seem experienced. Thanks. The husky places his head under my chin. I chuckle, my voice but a small whisper. I hoped you liked it. I did, really. I'm glad then. We just lay there, together. We've taken each other's warmth, alone in the wasteland. It's been forever since I've done this with anyone. It feels like, even with flings I do, it's never like this. I never get this close to them. We do our business and just go on our way. Move on, never speaking of it again until one of us wants to repeat our encounter, usually the other guy. This is different. It feels nice being here with Mace, savoring the moment. It feels right. I feel tears bud at the corner of my eyes, but I sniff them away before they can bloom into a full cry. A door slams. We jump, looking at each other. Who the hell is that? I don't know. Our voices are hushed, nearly silent. Closer to us, I hear another door slam. Someone's clearing the house. He gets up and creeps over to the backpack, pulling a shotgun from its side holster. He aims at the door, and I realize I should be doing the same. As I crawl to the edge of the bed, I watch Mace. He's taken shelter behind a large chest of drawers, peeking around at the side. His ears perk up, and I follow an icy cold gaze at the door. I slowly reach out to my backpack, straining to reach my rifle. Fuck, I can't reach it. And that's just when I hear it. A subtle creaking of hardwood, the plot of hooves against the doors, or against the floors. Then the dull crack of a handgun. Cocking, my eyes widen. Fuck. The door swings open. A woman stands there, dressed in dirty, ragged clothes. A coat and a hoodie, a hat pulled over her head. She holds a handgun forward. Everything happens faster than I can think. I roll over the bed, taking cover on the other side, as I fall off of it with a loud thump. As I peek out to grab my rifle from the bag, she fires once, the bullet embedding itself in the back wall of the house. Mace jumps out from behind his cover. I'll fucking kill you. She howls, stumbling back and clutching her arm. Her handgun clatters at the ground. Mace laughs. How's that, bitch? Red paints the doorway. Motherfucker! After standing dizzily for a moment and muttering something incomprehensible, she slumps to the doorframe, sliding down until she lays there, sputtering until her movements stop. I aim my rifle towards the door, in case there's anyone else out there ready to rush in. Meanwhile, Mace leaps over the bed and takes cover with me. He pops open his handgun, the spent shells clattering to the ground as he shoves 2 new ones in. Is that it? If there was someone else, they should have charged in by now. You good? He glances over himself, as if to check that he's clean. She missed me. Crazy bitch. Good. We sit here for a moment, watching the door. I kinda wish we weren't in the nude right now. The last way I'd like to die is on top of another dude. Just seems kinda embarrassing. I let out a breath and reach forward, peeking out around the bed to grab her clothes. I change while he guards, and vice versa. We stay on cover as we pull our clothes on, silent. Thankfully, no one shoots us. Think she was one of the raider groups or something. She must be alone. But you would have been rushed if there was a group, and raiders never move alone. Mace hisses as he readies his shotgun. The dog's eyes are dilated, sharp and ready. I nod, and we stand up and make our way over to the door. She was a moose, it seemed, with a broad snout and dark tawny fur. However, Mace's shots, her arm around her elbow is torn to shreds, while the side of her face is opened up, and part of her skull is exposed. Her blood started to pool on the ground, and the air was thick with dark, metallics and iron. That'll be fun to get off the floors. Mace grins, proud of himself. He kicks her body, jostling it. Fucker. Mace! He growls, stomping on her wounded arm, of course. The corpse doesn't move. Fucking bitch. I pulled him away from the body. Mace, calm down. She's dead. It's over. He stares at her body, letting out a sigh through his nose. His anger has passed. His expression twists into a morbid grin. Well, there's a reason I use a shotgun. Gets the job done. He chuckles as we look down at the woman. I chuckle along with him. You can say that again. She was gone, like she hadn't eaten in weeks. Her heavy winter clothes hung off her body. Jeez, how the hell did she get in? I don't know. It's not like she could have gone in the front. We locked the gate and everything. May shrugs as we step over her and move into the hallway. Then I see it. The door about halfway down the hallway is ajar. It's always been locked, as long as I can remember. Holy shit. Was she downstairs? I don't know. Check her for the key. I'll keep eyes down the hallway. With Mace posted in front of me, I doubled back and inspected her body. As I knelt down to go through her pockets, the smell of blood and gunpowder only got stronger. I didn't even have to search her long, though. In her jacket pocket was the cold metal of a key. Fishing it out, I let out a sigh of relief. Where the hell did she get this? This place has been locked forever. Who knows? Let's check downstairs then. Turning back around, I followed Mace down the hallway to the door. Looking down, it was a set of wooden steps leading into the basement in a sort of L shape. Readying ourselves, we started slow descent. The wooden stairs creaked under me, as if someone was down there, they definitely know we were coming now. As we turned the corner, though, we realized she was alone. There wasn't anyone down here with us. We both let out a sigh of relief as we started to take in our surroundings. It wasn't very dark. There were small rectangular windows at the top of the other walls, which opened up outside. The daylight reflected off the freshly fallen snow, provided some much-needed light for us. Maybe she could slip through one of the windows? She was definitely thin enough. Maybe. There was a bedroll on the floor, positioned beside a small bucket with some burned wood inside, a makeshift hearth, I supposed. A few open cans of food were scattered around. A large hiking backpack was slumped against the wall. She must have been here for a bit. Yeah. I approached her backpack, opening it up. It was mostly just supplies, 2 more food cans, another set of clothes, some handgun ammo, a map of eastern US. I wonder if she was taking our food. Probably. I heard Pike talking about how people need to stop eating stuff from here if they can help it. Yeah, I know. He asked if it was me doing it about a week ago. Asshole. There was a lighter and some matches as well, and a flashlight. A broken gas mask was shoved in there. Then, I pulled out a small notebook. Whoa, that's hers? I guess. I flip it open, and something falls out. Dancing around in the air as it lands on the ground, I pick it up and turn it over. It's her. Well, not just her. She was standing with another male moose about her age, and a young kid. They were standing on a beach somewhere, posing for the camera. Her family. Where do you think they are? I don't know. Doesn't look recent. Definitely ain't somewhere around here. When I look on the back, there wasn't any writing or anything. Just some slight water damage and tears around the edges. Or its hairs. If they were around, they'd probably be here. Let me see. I pass him the image and open up the journal. It's dated, which is pretty surprising. I barely keep track of dates at all anymore. Besides, when I write on the patrol ledgers, they don't matter much otherwise. I just remember when I have duty or not. Her name's Caroline. Seems like they're from Tampa. Tampa? Jesus. Yeah. I flipped through some of the early pages. I heard about Tampa, Kizzy, from one of the couriers. It went to shit about a year ago, which means they would have been on the road for a while. Why the hell are they coming up here? Maybe heading to Green Barrier or Pittsburgh? Or Raven Rock? Maybe. They probably just wanted to get out. She wrote about a civil war broke out between the army and some insurgents, and her family had to run away. They headed through Jacksonville before deciding to go inland, forward towards Atlanta and Tennessee, and then up through West Virginia. Damn. Is that interesting? Huh? I glance up from the journal, and Mace is looking over my shoulder with an amused smile, my ears flattened. I was talking, but you weren't listening, big guy. Sorry. I just was trying to figure out what happened. I keep flipping through until I find it. My breath catches in my chest as I tilt the journal towards Mace, pointing to the page. Here. What? November 12th, we stopped by a farm we saw on the side of the interstate to go out of the rain. When we came up, there were people inside. They shot at Alex and Max. I would have been next if I didn't duck out of the way. I had to leave their bodies. Right now I'm just sitting in some car I managed to break into the interstate. I don't know what to do anymore. Everything I did it for them. And now they're gone. I can't even bury them. I don't know what to do. I keep trying to think of what my mom would do. And I don't know. I pause as I look at Mace. He's engrossed, like me. She's been alone for a while. It's January now. Yeah. I keep reading. She makes slow progress, slowly working her way up North Huntington, fighting off infected, never making any more contact with the living. I guess she wanted to avoid people. I couldn't blame her. Wait, go back to the last page. I flipped through, reading it over again. January 1st, Happy New Year. I'm outside Huntington. I followed some tracks to a house that looked stocked. It must be a quarantine zone, outpost or something. I'll try to go in there when no one's there and I take some food. My rations are gone. I don't want to starve to death. January 2nd, I got in. I slipped in through one of the windows to the basement. There was a key down there, and the door's locked. I don't think anyone's going to be able to find me down here. I can sneak back and take things when they aren't here, and get my strength back up. Then I can set off once winter's thawed and out again. We look at each other. She's been out here for at least 2 weeks, and neither of us knew a thing. Hell, we had sex in here and didn't know a thing. What the fuck? How did she get past us? I don't know. And did no one check those windows? I guess not, Mace. It's not like I could have fit through them. True. You're not supposed to agree, dude. Keep going. More entries. She steals food when our patrols aren't here. Careful when to come back in and out. She spies on us. Even writes down general times between patrols. She writes down what she overhears from patrols, gathering information about Huntington. One she even mentions Mace and I. Wait. I pause, pointing at entry for January 11th. A week ago. Here, read this. I pass him the notebook, and the husky's eyes widen. January 11th. I was careless. I let one of their patrols see me. They came while I was upstairs. I managed to hide for a few minutes, but they took a look around and found me. I had to kill them. A boar and some kind of blue bird? I'll bury them. I hope they don't figure out. Drew and Ileana. I sigh as I glance around. They never made it out of this house. They had us searching on the path from where the VA hospital for days. I sigh as I glance around. They never made it out of the house. They had us searching on the path from here to VA hospital for days. Does she say where they dropped them off? May slips through into the book, before shaking his head, tossing it on the ground. No, she's just talking more. He huffs, pacing around the room. With a sigh, I go over and pick up the journal back up. We need to go, man. We'll get to the VA hospital and radio back to the QZ to tell him what we found. May sighs, nodding lightly. With his gaze downcast, he tightens his belt and places his shotgun back over his shoulder. I'll go up and update the log. If you want to grab your bags from the bedroom, yeah. With a sigh, he goes upstairs, and I follow him shortly after. He's quiet, jogging towards the living room as I go back into the bedroom. Her body is still there, slumped against the doorway. I tiptoe around it and grab our backpacks. We're so desensitized to death now. I remember when I first shot someone, right after everything went to shit. It was the dude who killed Lane, just about 2 seconds earlier. I was haunted afterwards. I could only see his face, or the gaping hole I left in. The way he spasmed on the ground, and the gurgling of his body falling, and the gurgling of his rapidly failing lungs. But now, I almost don't feel anything. Loss is an aspect of life. You learn to accept that every time you see someone, it may be the last time you see them, or perhaps you'll see them again as an infected. Hope dies with them. Cal? I'm snapped out of my daze by Mace's voice. I look down the hallway, and I can see the husky staring at me. What? I don't know. You're just standing. Sorry. I was thinking. About what? I don't know. I'll tell you as we get going. I step over her body once more. It smells harshly of iron, and I do a little dance around the puddle of her blood to make sure I don't step in it. Ready? Mm-hmm. Looks like the weather's cleared up too. Yeah. I look out the window. It's still snowing slightly, but it's nowhere near the blizzard that we were walked up earlier. Let's head out. I don't know if you can tell or not. We move through the neighborhoods and along the roads without a sound. The snow still falls, dancing around two of us. The weather's definitely gotten better. I would have hated to walk to the hospital in a blizzard. My breath hangs in the air like a mobile, swirling and spinning until it dissipates. Did you have fun? Mace looks over at me. I click my tongue. Yeah, I did before, you know. Mm-hmm. I did too. We both return to silence. Mace, though, hates silences in conversation. He stamps it out before it can grow too big. Would you maybe want to do it again? Maybe. I shrug, adjusting my coat. We shouldn't be talking about this right now, Mace. He ignores the second part of my statement. Just maybe? Listen, I had fun. I really did. It felt nice. But I don't normally do personal hookups. It won't just be a hookup. It'll be friends with benefits. That still counts as hooking up. Besides, I don't have good experience with that kind of thing. Oh. He nods, bobbing his head up and down. I can hear the drop in his voice. I hope and pray that this kills the conversation. It doesn't. Mace is too persistent for that to work. Can I ask what happened? Sure, you can ask. Will you tell me? Probably not. What the hell, Cal? Why not? You hear my voice become sharper as I glare at him. This isn't the right time to have this conversation. I want to get us to the VA hospital so we can radio back to the QZ. He narrows his gaze at me before he groans, shaking his head. If we don't have the conversation now, we won't ever have it. I know you. It ain't worth it, Mace. Worth what? What do you think will happen if we just, start to get together every now and then? Or what do you think will happen if you tell me why you're worried? You'll know what I did. What I did to fuck up this life and mine. Why I never went back to Hamlin. Why I never will. And why I hope they're gone. I hope he's gone. Knowing he could still be out there makes me sick to my stomach. I can't even think about it. He's still out there, maybe thinking of me right now. How I fucked his life. You won't like it either way. Does this have to do with your whole family thing? I never told him why. I never told any of my friends why. I just had them stop coming over to my house. I spent a lot of nights at Mace's or Eric's place. Their parents didn't ask questions, but they were never just nice that I felt like, but they were just nice enough that I felt like they really wanted me there. They never knew why my parents stopped coming to our games or at homecoming. Yeah, it's been almost a decade. Do you think that makes any better, Mace? I hear my voice raise, and I instantly regret it. I let out a cold breath as I rein myself back in. He frowns, fidgeting his hands. Why did I have to hook up with him? Why did I have to ruin this friendship? No, it probably doesn't, but I want to help, Cal. I love you. Don't say that, Mace. Please. It's true. I can't handle it. Well, you'll have to learn to handle it, big guy. He steps in front of me, blocking my path. Please, just tell me. I stare up at him. He doesn't move. He's actually somewhat imposing like this. My heart softens. It must show in my eyes because his hardened expression calms as well. Fine. All right, I'm sorry. Don't be. I just don't like talking about it. I let out a breath, realizing he'll be the first person I've ever actually told about this. It was Lee. Lee Hewitt? Yep. After the whole locker room thing, we started dating. All secret-like, he'd come over and hang out in my room, or I'd come over and hang out at his place. We'd frame it as studying or going over plays at first. But we'd watch movies and play games, and sometimes we'd hook up. It's not hooking up if you're dating, Cal. It wasn't ever dating. Not really, at least. We never said it, We were just together. I guess. We continued after he graduated. He went to Marshall because it was close. I'd lie to my parents and say I was going to your place, or maybe Miles. Really, I'd drive to Huntington and stay in his dorm. It was probably the best time of my life. I loved Lee. He was amazing. He was just a great boyfriend. I guess something happened, right? Yeah. One night he was at my place. My parents are out of town because, I don't know. And looking back, I'm so pissed off at myself for not doing it at his place like we normally did. Sydney had a softball game or something like that. We had the whole house to ourselves, and they came back way earlier than I thought. Apparently, the game was canceled, and they just walked right in on us, just fucking on the couch. I groan, recalling it. I remember it so vividly. The way the lock clicked, the door swung open. Lee and I tried to cover ourselves, but to no avail. My dad called for me before he, Mom, and Sydney came in and realized I was on the couch. Then they realized there was another person, and it was a guy. So I got the whole, "You're not my son" rant from my mom and dad. Sydney never spoke to me again, and I was fine with it. But Lee, my dad just tore into him. I never seen him that mad. And it's not like he spared me or anything, but I ruined Lee's life. He outed Lee to his parents, and they made him transfer to fucking Cincinnati. They accused me of corrupting him. My family accused him of corrupting me. It was awful. And then I deleted his contact and blocked his number, and just left him behind. He might as well have died. And then my dad said I had to get out once I was 18. He didn't care about what I did. He let me use the money that was all saved up for college. Let me keep my car and stuff, but I had to be out. So I accepted it. I shrugged. Mace looks at me. After a moment, he pats my shoulder. I give him a light smile before shrugging. Yeah, so I fucked up Lee's life. I don't want to do it again. I've been with other guys in QC for a short period of time, but I just don't enjoy it. I always think I'm going to fuck everything up for them too. So that's why I don't want to be friends with you, Mace. I'm a fag who'll fuck your life up and leave you picking for the pieces. It's not worth it. Mace stays quiet, a rarity for him. He's mulling over my words, and I know I've lost him. He'll tell people, and they'll know. God, why the hell did I have to tell him? He'll hate me now, because I'm a terrible person. And he should know it. Well, I don't care. That's all he says. I can feel the anger bubble up in my stomach. When I glance at him, he's facing forward, not looking at me. You don't care? That's it? Yep. You're an asshole, you know that? Why? Because, Mace, I opened up for you two for once, after you pester me and pester me. And that's how you respond? You don't give a shit? Yep. Because I don't care, Cal. I couldn't care less about all that shit. He steps in front of me again, looming over me as he stares me down. I returned his gaze. A slight smile sneaks onto his snout as he continues. I care about you. And I'm sorry about all that shit. I am. It's terrible, and your family fucking sucks. But it ain't like it's your fault that all that shit happened to you. And you shouldn't let it keep you from being with people, you know? Do you mean it, or are you just saying that's against my pants again? His eyes narrow. Part of me regrets the low blow, but at the same time I don't. I groan, rubbing my snout. It is my fault, Mace. You don't get it. Everything that happened, all of it, it was all my fault. If we started dating or seeing each other, what do you think would happen? How would he fuck up my life? My mind stumbles over itself as he glares at me. Yeah, exactly. Nothing, Cal. Listen to me. We're adults now. You aren't going to destroy my life or anything if we just see each other, right? That's just not how it works. He slips his hand into mine, and I let him. He gets more confident, I can tell. And you can still say no. I ain't forcing you to do anything. But you gotta know that this whole thing can't be the reason you don't want to do anything else. You can't keep living in the past. For some dude who's probably dead now. I sigh. I can't make myself meet his eyes. I shake my head and brings up a calloused hand to tilt my face. Force me to meet his gaze. I look up at him. In a way, I guess he's right. I feel my stomach churn. We stare in each other's eyes for a minute. God, I'm such an idiot. With a slight smile, I raise up on the tips of my feet and meet his snout, planting a small kiss. His eyes widen, and before he can return it, I pull away with a cheeky grin. Suck my dick. He huffs, turning around as we continue down the road, towards the VA hospital. Actually, I already have. He just laughs. I look off into the distance, and I can see the hospital rise out of the hills. We're almost there, thankfully. I hadn't given much thought about what could happen once we're there. I guess we'd go back and clean up, and look for juvenilia on his bodies, once the weather's cleared of the snowing. I find myself glancing out over Mace's Oh my god. I find myself glancing over at Mace every now and then, and I can tell he's doing the same. How awkward. So, what's our situation, Cal? Our situation, like? He stifles a small laugh. Like, what are we? Just friends with benefits. I mean, I think I might want to be more than friends. I glance over at him, and he's just staring forward. I don't think, I'd be ready to be public with it. But we could do stuff in our rooms, like just hang out and stuff. That works for me. I don't really want to mess around again for a while, so maybe we can just take it slow. Think some moose is gonna barge in on us again? That happened maybe an hour ago, and you're already joking about it. What can I say? I'm a killer. Don't worry, though. I sleep with my shotgun by my bed, so I'll blow anyone away who bothers us. Sure, Mace. I look over at him, and then trace his gaze forward. The clouds are starting to clear up, letting the midday sun finally peek out. I sigh a breath of relief. I could see the dots of people patrolling the walls of the hospital. The Patriots banner hung on our floors, clearly marking it as ours. I'm sorry for everything, Mace. Don't be. I appreciate it, you telling me what's wrong. You could stand to talk about your feelings more. You're turning into a shrink? Maybe. I don't know if the QZ has one. He chuckles, scratching his chin. We could probably use one. You definitely could. A small smile mirrors the sun above, cracking through the stony expression onto my snout. I haven't been with anyone in so long. Maybe being with Mace would be alright. I hoped it would be. Hope was really all we have left anyways. A handful of dust. Writing, coding, and music by Shiroo. Art by Harmonious. A logo by Scyther? Sorry if I got that wrong. Edited by Iman. Iman R6? Oh, Iman R6, Code 10. All three. The end. Wow. Okay, I'll probably just make this into one fucking story. Like, I was gonna make it 2 parts because I wasn't sure how long it was gonna be, but this seems like enough to be like 1 part. So sorry for that. I just need a break because I did need to get to practice, like volleyball practice, which is why I would have kept reading honestly, but I needed to get to practice. So yeah. If you want to see more standalones, stay in the comments. Cause I'll probably do much longer VNs later in the future. Like, I know Echo will take forever, as well as probably the smoke room and other VNs. But like, I like Echo because it was one of the few ones that was creepy back when I was in middle school, if I remember. It was like COVID. Oh, that was so good. I remember it was like I read it again earlier, like I think 3 or 4 years ago, but it was much less creepier to me when I read it again. But like the finished one is what's newer, back from 3 years ago. I think they finished it now. I don't know. But I'll be reading it with another person. Yeah. But, okay. So, about the VN. What do we got? Music room? Huh. Okay. So I like the VN actually. It's really nice. I liked it. Yeah, not much to say because I'm not a good. I don't know. I read books for enjoyment. I know how to critic it, or not critic, but like, explain. Like as I read, I just like have it going through my head. So, like, that's why I'm like terrible at reading in person or like reading aloud, because I'm reading in my head as I say the words. So I'm like, or like I'll read ahead first, slightly read ahead, but like, and it'll just jumble up my words and like, oh crap. So sorry about that. And I wanted to keep to less editing this video. So yeah, you'll probably see much more Shiroo later on in the year or months, and I will get back to Minotaur Hotel. Yay! I just need a little like side break from it. Yeah. So, and we see the Husky was also. Oh wait. Sorry if you heard that. The Husky was a lot. Well, that went so much better than I thought it was gonna go, honestly. And I like the world building, really. Like, they could have expanded on the monster zombies and stuff, but they didn't. They just kept it short, kept it human, like it was just human stuff, or not human, but like kids are all furries, but like I don't know, like it could have gone way south, but nope, it didn't. Yeah, which I knew the fucking someone's gonna pop in the bedroom, because why the fuck not during sex? Like, it always fucking happens in the movies. Yeah. Or like once they're done, it's like, yeah. I'll probably make this 2 parts, actually, now I think about it, because I don't know, it's just much more for me to like give out, and I'll have more time to, I guess, give stuff to you during the week, or more time for you guys to look forward to. So yeah. Also, it would be weird if I just like stopped recording and then kept recording like right here, but yeah. Probably should read more and longer parts like I did with like the earlier chapters of Minotaur Hotel, but I don't know. I'm just not that good at reading aloud for that long. I remember it just hurted my throat. It really did hurt my throat. But I'll probably do it maybe with the guest speakers, or honored guests of my friends, or just people I know. Maybe I'll let people in who, I don't know, maybe I'll start something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really think I'll be that good of a person at reading that, or this channel will get that big, but maybe I'll let some people in and read with me. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Besides that, I hope y'all are having a great and amazing night, because I will be posting this at night. Sorry if the earlier video scares you, because it almost did to me. Sorry. Have a good night, guys, or good morning, wherever you guys are. I don't know if you guys like read this in America or other parts of the world, so that's why I say else. So, or just like, I don't know, if you just like want to read this during the day, midday. Oh my god, my voice is going out again. But yeah, let me drink. Hello. Okay. I don't know if you guys want to read this during the day, during the night, or yeah. So, but it is my good night. So I'll be saying good night first, because I'm super tired. It's like, Jesus, it's 3 in the morning right now. Ah, oh, crap, I got classes tomorrow. No. Alright, but I will wish y'all a good night, or good morning, have a good day. No, not have a good day. Okay, let's say as well. Good night. So y'all, I don't know. I heard that some people actually fell asleep to this, so good night, all of you guys. Bye. Sleep well. If you're not sleeping, I wish y'all the greatest of days. Truly so, because I was rereading some comments and it's very sweet. Thank you. Love you all. I'll see you later. Bye.